Hi everyone, I'm Shane and I'm the developer advocate at Decentralized. And today I'm going to be showing you how you can build authentication in your Dapp using the Hyperverse. Hey, so first I'm going to be showing you what exactly we are going to be building today. So here is an example Dapp showcasing the functionality that we will be building. So right here you can see the Connect Wallet button. Once a user actually clicks this Connect Wallet button, you will see this pop up asking the user to click which wallet provider they have. In this case, we'll be clicking the MetaMask wallet. So once we actually click this MetaMask wallet, you'll see this wallet extension pop up and asking the user to choose which account and to actually connect to this Dapp. Once the user has connected to this Dapp, you will actually see the shortened version of their wallet address. And then once a user actually clicks the button, it will log them out and it'll go back to Connect Wallet. So this is exactly what we will be building today, that specific functionality. And this is just an example Dapp. All the resources that you'll hear me talking about and using will all be listed down in the description below. So yeah, let's get right into it. So the first two things you'll need is VS Code or any other IDE for editing JavaScript, and then as well as Node. So this will help us to actually download Next.js and go ahead and get started with the Next.js template. So what we can do here is actually go to the Next.js create next app documentation, and you'll see right here where it uses npm to create a template version of a Next.js application. So we'll go ahead and run this command in our terminal. So we can X out of these two things, go to our terminal, and run this command. So all this is doing is creating a build, Next.js build, using the name example Dapp for the folder. And then it's using this flag --ts to specify that we want TypeScript to be in the build. If you take that out, then it'll just be build with JavaScript. So it is optional, but it is highly encouraged to use TypeScript. So we can go ahead and install this, and then it'll just run through the whole installation process and create that folder for you. Cool. So now we have that folder done. We can actually cd into that folder. And now you'll need to install Yarn as well, which I've already installed on this machine. After you've installed Yarn, all you will want to do is now install both the Hyperverse specific modules. So the first one that we'll be installing is Decentralized/Hyperverse, and then the second one will be the same thing except with -Ethereum. So once both of these are installed, this will give us access to actually import and use these modules in our code. Nice. So now we can actually open up VS Code. So I have this specific command that will automatically open it for me. So right here, I'm just opening up VS Code, and this will take us straight to the example Dapp folder. The first file that we want to look at is the app.tsx file. So this is the main page where everything's being rendered from. This is where we will want to hook up to the Hyperverse and have our whole Dapp essentially hooked up to the Hyperverse. So the first step will be to actually import and use both of those modules that we just imported. So right here, we can just say import. And then the three things that we will first want is the initialize, and then the provider, and then as well as the network. And this is going to be coming from the @Decentralized/Hyperverse. And then the second line that we're going to want to do is import Ethereum. And this will be from the other module that we had imported, which was -Ethereum. So both of these things will actually give us access to the blockchain SDK specific features, and then as well as give us access to the user's wallet, having them connect and be able to connect and disconnect, and reading the user's address, the chain ID, and all that stuff. So yeah, now that will give us access to that, and then it'll also help us actually initialize the Hyperverse and get that hooked up as well. So let's go ahead and do that. So right here, all we would want to do is just You can call this variable anything you want, but for this sake, we're just calling it hyperverse. And this will be equal to initializing. So we're actually going to be initializing the hyperverse using these specific parameters. So in this case, we know that we're using Ethereum for the blockchain. Theoretically, we have other packages as well. So if you wanted flow, then it's just hyperverse/flow, and you would take out flow from there in Metis and so on. So right here, we're just giving the specific blockchain, and then I'm going to be putting in the network. So in this case, the test network. So it'll just be testnet. And then here, we're going to be listing out the modules. Since we're not importing any specific modules that we're going to be using in this Dapp, we can just leave this array empty. And yeah, so now to actually hook up the Dapp to the hyperverse, we have to wrap it with this provider. So in this return, we can just wrap this in parentheses, and then we can wrap these this nested component, which is essentially the entire app, with this provider. So this provider will now be wrapped around the entire app, which will give all of its nested components access to the hyperverse. So now we have this Dapp fully hooked up to the hyperverse. What we can do is simply go to the index.tsx file. So this is the actual home page. So if we actually run yarn dev here, so let's go to our terminal and run yarn dev. You'll see that it'll get started on localhost 3000. So we can go here to localhost 3000, and you'll see it load and then pop up with the Next.js template. So there you go. Welcome to Next.js. We have everything working here. And as you can see here, if we were to, change, let's just say, welcome to, hyperverse, and we save this, it'll automatically compile again, and it'll show right here, welcome to hyperverse. Cool. So now that we have this, the next step will be to actually create a button that allows a user to click on it, connect a wallet, and do all that fun stuff. Cool. So now the next step will be to actually import the use Ethereum hook from one of our modules that we had imported already. So this is the use Ethereum hook, and it gives us access to a bunch of these features, as you can see here. So connect, disconnect function, as well as the address, so the user's address, and then as well as the chain ID of the wallet that they are using. So now that we have imported this hook, we can actually use this to actually mess around with the wallet features and have the user connect and disconnect and read their address and all that fun stuff. So the first line that we can actually put right here will be this. All we are doing here is extracting this functionality from the use Ethereum hook. So this connect and disconnect, as you saw here, they're just two functions, which will actually handle everything for you on the back end. And then this address, all this address is doing is reading the user's address if there is a wallet connected to the Dapp. And then here, error, that means any sort of error will be spit out to error if there is one. So yeah, so now you already have access to all these functionalities. Next, all we're going to do is actually build a button. So say, for example, if we just do it under this H1 tag, we can actually build this button. So all we are doing here is creating a regular button using HTML called connect wallet. And then when a user actually clicks on this connect wallet button, all we are doing is calling connect. So this handles everything for you on the back end. And then very similarly, all we are doing with this button is calling disconnect when the user clicks on it and displaying the address on the button. So right here, as you can see, we're using address from the use Ethereum hook. So this just says, this just gives us access to an address if a user is already connected. So if not, then we're showcasing this connect wallet button. If there is a user connected, then we're showcasing this address button. So if I save right here and we go back to this Dapp, you'll see this button right here. So we can click Connect Wallet. You'll see the modal pop up. So it's doing all this for you. You click MetaMask, and right here, you'll see the wallet address of the user that is connected. And then we simply click again, and they're disconnected. So all of that functionality is literally done with just a few lines of code. Very easy, very simple to understand. And yeah, all the resources that I've used will be linked down in the description below.